What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where we showcase the craziest ideas ever conceived in Edison format. As always, if you're a member of the audience and you have a cool replay you'd like to share, you can do so at the Discord link in the description. Just post it in the Edison Format Replays channel, and I will take a look. Starting off today, we've got Kinka Bayou, Quick Draw, Cyber Valley, Machina. Let's see what this deck can do. We're going to set Hamster. I mean, that's a pretty good turn one play. For some reason, we didn't set the bottomless behind it. Even if we had, kind of questionable whether you activated on the alias there, considering if they have Spark, you get, like, Omega owned. We draw into the Cyber Valley, so now we're going to see what this deck is all about. And what it's all about is pitching Cyber Valley to summon Fortress, and then bringing it back with Kinkabiu, and then getting a free draw, too. I mean, it's not bad. All right, we find Quick Draw Dandy as well. That's pretty good. We're going to go into the Drill Warrior, swing over. Even if they have Honest, we've got that Fortress to play around it. Hit in with the Kinkabiu. Hit him with the Drill Warrior, and then unfortunately we can't pitch the Kinkabiu because it doesn't come back till end phase, but we're just going to get it back in our hand. Heavy Storm going to go off. That Storm was a little bit questionable by the opponent. I don't know why they did it. They should have waited till their Miracle Fusion turn before they heavied anything. I guess they wanted to set their whole hand to bluff, maybe, so they figured they needed to use their Storm straight away, but I don't know. Doesn't seem great. The Stratos gets run over. Are we going for Miracle Fusion now? We are not. We try to bottomless Drill Warrior, which doesn't work. We're just tagging the drill out. So we're not getting like a whole ton of value out of this drill because we're just sitting here with 3 tokens. But obviously the opponent can like never do anything, and they understand that they are basically screwed. Yeah, unless they just find Gem Spark, I don't see how they're ever outing the Drill Warrior there. Trap Dust Shoot. Gonna go ahead and take Gores. I don't know if taking Gores was all that advisable there, but the Charge of the Light Brigade makes this hand annoying because it's like we can get into a good starter no matter what. We're actually just gonna bring the Fortress out straight up and take out the Gilman, but the opponent can go into Catastor knowing that the set is the Dust Tornado, so not great for us. Kinkabiu though, gonna go off, bring back the Cyber Valley. We get a free draw too. We're gonna use the Raikou up again and then swing in for 400. The Kinkabiu will go back to our hand. The Kinkabiu plays, they've honestly kind of been pretty decent here. We're going to be taking 1900 from the alias, but we have Brain Cyber Valley, so we probably swing in. That's not great, though, because they have Gores, and that's going to come down, and that's a lot. We're going to go for a draw 2 here. We got to try to find something. We need to set a new back row to bluff, make them at least respect the Mirror Force, which they are going to do. We're going to take 19. We can dust one of the new ones and then flip up Storm, so that's pretty good. We have a 1-for-1, so we could, like, getting Force to revive Fortress is really good. And then we could potentially have a 1-for-1 in main 2 to draw 2 cards. No, we're just going to equip. We draw into a Quick Draw. We draw into a Raikou. The Raikou eats the Judgment. This Gores is just walling us for the moment. We're going to go ahead, grab the Cyber Valley, bring out the Gear Frame, draw 2 more cards. Dust Tornado, Deeper, some pretty good cards. Heavy Storm's going to be activated. But, yeah, I mean, we're still in just the same game state where we got to clear the Gotems we actually play. Or clear the Gores, excuse me. We actually put the Gotems in our extra deck. That's crazy. If you play the level 2 tuner and you play the Machina stuff, I mean, it might be advisable to run that Gotems because, hey, 3100 body. Technically, you could use it to hand rip, but not that great, obviously. We're going to try to go for Goyo, just swing into this, and that's just going to be enough. It wasn't game, though. The opponent didn't really need to concede. I guess there's no top deck that does it for them, maybe. Even if they find Alias, even if they draw Miracle Fusion, nothing really does it. So I get why they concede the game here. So yeah, that's like Cyber Valley Machina with Kinkabiu. I don't know really what we're calling this. It's kind of just a quick draw Machina variant, but it's got some cool stuff. So yeah. Next up we have another one of these frog decks. I just find I like the plant frog, stuff. I really like all the experimentation that's been going on here with like the Fishborg builds, and you got the Avarices mixed in there. There's a whole lot of different stuff going on with these frog decks lately, and I'm definitely here for it. Moray of Greed in here, so I guess we are maybe playing a more water-heavy version. We're definitely playing Fishborgs, we see that, so the Moray sort of makes sense there. I don't know if we're on Salvage in here. I'm actually not 100% sure what the build is yet. It could just be like Fishborg frogs. That is a thing. We draw Heavy Storm. That's incredibly good. Pot of... It's actually insane how we opened this game. Like, we just had, like, this insane first turn with a 1-for-1 Dandy. summoning all these frog monsters that the opponent has to clear. They're actually kind of doing it. They do aggressively use the Spark there, which I don't know if that was that great because they go for Gaia? What is our opponent playing, actually? They're playing like Raikou Hamster Hero Beat. This needs to be on What Are They Cooking? What are you cooking, bro? You're... Okay, well, they go for Gaia. The problem is the frogs can't be destroyed by battle because there's a Substitute on the board. So they clear that. All right, they still managed to get rid of everything. So not too bad of a mess up there by the opponent. We're going to summon out Swap. So we are on the flip-flop in here as well. Moray of Greed, number 1, going to go off. And we are on the Des Frog. So this is like one of the Des Frog, Fishborg versions of the deck with the Dandelion. We've just resolved all 3 Moray of Greeds, set Trap Stun, and then presumably we're going for a play next turn. We flip up the Trap Stun proactively, go Substitute. That's going to get a Des Frog. And now we can start Fishborg, activate Salvage number 1. We can Fishborg again. And then we can just keep summoning frogs from our deck so long as we have cards in hand, which we now have 4 with the second Salvage. Fishborg again. Substitute again, get another Des Frog, Fishborg again, Substitute again, get the third Des Frog, Synchro into the Goyo Guardian, steal the Stratos. Do we play heroes in here? There's no way we have room. Okay, yeah, definitely not. And we're getting in for 23, 19, and 28. I think that's not enough to go for game. It's not enough to go for game, but it is a lot of damage. Opponent going to bring out the Neo Sailors. That is pretty crazy how we like went off there with the Fishborg Blasters and the Substitute. We try to Brio. There is going to be a skill drain, and the Honest, nice play there by the opponent, going to stay alive at least. We try to attack. We're going to crash. D-Prison's going to take out the Brionac. The opponent's kind of stabilized here, but I don't know. It's also sort of feeling like it's only a matter of time. We are up on cards, but the skill drain is really good. We're walled behind all these dupes. This game state, how has this even happened? Okay, we're just going to try to Synchro into... Oh, that was dangerous. We're going to Synchro for Black Rose. That's going to eat a Royal Oppression because they actually don't have... They have Mirror Bottomless Spark. Did they really need to Oppression that? Because now if they draw into a Miracle or something, it's dead too. Are there more Miracles in deck? There's 2 more, yeah. So that's a bit of a tough one for the opponent. We're trying to summon Mother Grizzly attack. We bring back the Fishborg Blaster. Synchro into Android. All right. We kind of just played in the Bottomless there. We try to swing with a Treeborn. There's a Hero Blast. That's going to keep the opponent alive. And now we set Trap Stun. That Trap Stun could definitely come in clutch. We try to Future Fusion. That eats a Royal Oppression. And Avarice. Avarice is a really good draw. Look how low we're getting on deck size here. How did we let this game drag on for so long? It really feels like we should have just won sometime shortly after we popped off. But I don't know, the skill drain really being pesky. All right, we have Trap Stun. That's an awesome one. We can swing direct for lethal with the Unifrog. Oh, man. What a way for that game to end. Okay. Game number 2. Opponent is playing Gemini Lancer, which I guess it's a water Gemini, Gemspark, target, Miracle Fusion, fodder, etc., etc. Opponent opens really good. They got Future Fusion. They got Stratos. Here comes Absolute Zero. Skill Drain as well. Not that it really matters because neither of the set monsters are all that affected. We're going to go ahead and get a Fishborg Blaster, and we're going to start to see what the... Oh, what the hell? Oh, yeah. Skill Drain. We just have no way to play into Skill Drain. I'm like, we could really go kind of crazy here with sub plus all this stuff, but nope. We're just under Skill Drain. We don't have an answer for it. Yeah, it's pretty nuts to see what this deck was able to do in terms of, like, the Substitute plays with the Fishborg Blaster, just, like, Wombo combo, summon everything. And then, like, all the Salvages and Avarices give you all this fodder in hand for Fishborg Blaster. It's pretty neat. We're going to bring back the Treeborn Frog, go into a Uni. Avarice, put them all back. All right. Draw 2 more Mother Grizzlies. I've got to say, this is one of the more fun decks I think we've ever featured on this segment. I really almost want to try it out. Like, this Water Frog, Fishborg Frog, Water Frog, whatever deck this is. Like, it looks super, super fun to play. So we're going to go summon the Uni. Try to swing, but eats a D-Prison. That's fine, though. That means the Goyo's not eating a D-Prison. And we're going to go ahead and steal the Ocean. The opponent does have access to Miracle Fusion, but they don't have a water monster because we stole their Ocean, and they can't even kill the Ocean because this freaking dupe lock. All right, they have to pop their own Ocean with Gemspark, activate Miracle Fusion, and then just, like, chill, I guess. We go I don't know why they didn't just oppression that. The two set cards are just both oppression, and they're just not going to oppression our substitute, I guess. Sure, they have to oppression this. Okay, all right. Finally, royal oppression going to be used. And now we got a salvage. Man, just so many positives in this deck, which I get that you have to feed your Fishborg Blaster, but it's crazy. You got the salvages, which are just +1s. You got the Pot of Avarices, which are just +1s. And then, like, the Moray turns them into real cards, too. It's actually, it's pretty nuts. So we're going to bring back Fishborg, go into Black Rose. That's going to force another royal oppression. But now the Absolute Zero is too small, so we're just going to trade 1-for-1 with the Goyle Guardian. Rhoda is a good draw. They're just going for Alias, Gemini Soldier attack, but now they're going to encounter the problem, which is that they can't out-dupe Frog with Royal Oppression on the field. They can't out-set Dupe Frog with Royal Oppression on the field. Here comes Moray of Greed. We find Geki Break and Typhoon. Probably should have made them pay for it first, but there's oppression number. See, if we had gone Substitute, Activate, and then chain MST to the oppression, they can't just like oppression again, because that you can't respond to MST with oppression, obviously. So we'd actually have just been able to force that through. But since we MST'd first, they were actually able to stop us. A little bit unfortunate there. And they're going to pop our back row. What was that Gem Spark usage, dude? Just set your Gem Spark. I guess they think it's Geki Break, and then we're just going to end phase Geki Break it, which they were right. But still, I don't know. I feel like you kind of got to hope at this point. Avarice going to put them all back. There we go. All the Death Frogs back to the deck. We draw one of them. We're just going to swing with the Uni to get rid of the oppression. I'm not going to bring anything back. There's a skill drain. Now we're using the Moray of Greed to draw 3 new cards. We draw another sub. Man, it just never stops with the substitute in this deck. We just keep putting them back. If it's not Avarice putting them back, it's Salvage Moray putting them back. And they try to flip up skill drain, but it's not enough, and we're going to be able to go for a game. So, man, this Frog deck is so cool. I think I almost have to play this on the channel. It just looks like so much fun. Just endlessly entertaining. Like, you're not even doing Monarch stuff. You're just doing all kinds of crazy Frog plays with the Salvage Moray, Pot of Avarice, getting endless pluses. Looks like so much fun, honestly. Next up, we have one of these Jinzo things. I like never show these because I don't know. I'm not a Jinzo fan, but I figured we would change it up and show. So we got Jinzo Salvo Machina here. We're playing United We Stand. Alright, the opponent is playing Dragon Turbo, which is actually like a pretty... Why didn't they use that other Rejuve, though? Just saving it for next game? Whatever. Well, it's fine. I mean, matchup-wise, I don't know how this really shakes up, actually, because I'm not super familiar with the Jinzo Dragon Turbo matchup, but we're going to go activate Future Fusion here. That's going to let us search... Nope, we're out of Blue Eyes. Okay. Well, the opponent's just... Wait, why are they on Brain Control? Kind of whack Dragon Turbo list main deck's Brain Control. There's Allure of Darkness. Okay, we have Sark. We Sark for Sork and then just set. We actually don't have a good way to answer this. They're going to swing in Raikou, take out the Blue Eyes, actually. Thought we could take out the Red Med there. They try to swing with the Debris. We take 1,000. Okay, Future Fusion comes to the hand. What do we even do? We got a Storm, and then we could summon a bunch of Jinzos, right? We could summon one Jinzo, precisely. Okay, well, we stack for Plague. Synchro for Thought Ruler. United We Stand. Is this the best we could do? Okay. At least they can't BrainCon take it. We're playing Megamorph, too? We're just playing some wild stuff in here. Alright. Opponent goes Summon Vortex Trooper. Draw one with Upstart. And Blackrow is going to be summoned. We're not in a great spot. We draw into Salvo. We get the Sork as well. This is not enough. Oh, we're playing... So the equip spells are for the Salvo play into Power Tool. Alright. Dropping the Sork here just strikes me as really cocky, though. I feel like you would want to hold on to answer something, especially with how much life you have. Opponent's just going to BrainCon, take it, and then Synchro with it with the White Stone into Ancient Fairy Dragon in defense mode, actually, so not putting on a whole ton of pressure. We set the Raikou, flip with the Raikou, take out the Ancient Fairy Dragon, equip United We Stand, crash. Alright, well, we somehow cleared their guys. Upstart Goblin going to be used. The opponent's kind of running out of gas. They can go... They're really magical stoning for Upstart Goblin right now. Do they not have an Avarice down there or anything? They don't. I don't know. They're just giving us life points. I guess we draw into a limiter. And Gear Frame Attack is going to be game. Pretty alright. Game number 1, I guess. Our opponent's Dragon Turbo build is odd. Why were they main decking BrainCon? God, their hand is so trash. Did they forget to draw one off Rejuve, huh? No, wait. Yeah, am I crazy? It looks like they just forgot to draw one card off of which I guess their hand. This sucks for them anyway, but you should have one more card, bro. Like, it could matter. They just forgot. Like, I'm definitely. I'm not tripping here. Like, they just didn't draw in the end phase, right? They like discarded 3 or something, and then they set, and then they just ended with 2 cards in their hand, and they didn't draw. Maybe they did draw. I don't know. They discarded. Did they discard 3? What was the? Yeah, they like. No, they can't have. They were just like too neg to have drawn one. I'm pretty sure, because the card D's only a -1, and the rejuve should have just replaced itself. But they were on 4 cards at the end of the turn. I just like got totally distracted by the fact that the opponent forgot, I think, to draw off Super Rejuvenation there. But yeah, we're going to go for Salvo and a Power Tool, and apparently we got a United We Stand, and the opponent just concedes the game here, even though it's not even lethal, but they're just on nothing. I guess they could flip up Vortex, but Power Tool can like protect itself too, and then we have this Overload Fusion. So it's just, yeah, they definitely lose, but like, what? I feel like maybe the game would have been different if they had their one more card, a little bit of a major screw-up. I mean, that's totally on them for not playing their deck right, but whatever. Next up we have Crystal Beast Teleport Synchro with Dragon Queen. I don't know. I like Crystal Beast, so we're showing this replay, okay? This deck has, good plays. Dragon Queen's a decent boss monster. Abundance is really good. Yeah, you have to play Crystal Beasts, but, sometimes you just enjoy the effort that you have to put in to get to that payoff, It's satisfying. So we're going to swing with the Topaz Tiger. We're not in a good spot here. We're just like straight up dying. We're up against Blackwing Hybrid, which is actually a reasonably okay matchup since deck dev doesn't do anything to us. We draw into a Psychic Commander. We try and yoink their guy, but unfortunately the Icarus attack going to come through. We have the Crystal Blessing to bring stuff back, summon out the Psychic Commander, just try to run everything over, which is actually sort of working. But we're so low life, and the opponent has Whirlwind Dad in hand. Hard to see how we're winning this one. Black Whirlwind going to come through. They go for the Kalut, and I think they just attack for game over our set monster. Yeah, we're going to the next game. That's tough. That's tough game number 1. Can we pull it back? This hand sucks. We have no interaction. It's just like a bunch of guys. Fortunately, the opponent starts out kind of slow, just summoning out the Armageddon Knight. We get Mirror Force, but whatever. Everything just goes to the Spell Trap zone anyway. It's not like we actually lost card advantage. They bring out the Armwing, though. We are taking a ton of damage, and they have a Kalut as well, so we are going to get randomly killed if we don't do something fast. We have access to a Crystal Abundance here. We're going to equip Crystal Release, try to run this over. Does that crash? Okay, no, we take 100 or something. What is this? No, we take 300. We activate Abundance, which is just going to wipe everything. They can't chain to it because it sends for cost. And then all the Crystal Beasts come back. Pegasus gets something from deck. We get another Pegasus. And we just... Is there a reason we didn't attack there? Oh, we used our battle phase to get to the 4th... To get to the 4th Crystal Beast. Yeah, alright. Abundance is insane. Like, if you ever resolve Abundance, honestly, it feels like you're pretty much winning the game, but... It's just like, it's getting there, man. It's getting there is the tough part. And then it's like, the ratios are super weird, too. Because it's like, you want to play 3 Abundance, but then you'll just brick on it, So it's hard to say. So here... We're going to go summon out the random Typhoon, and to summon Pegasus actually works out pretty well here. We definitely didn't want our summon getting negated by the Judgment there, actually, so yeah. Opponent's going to bring out the Vayu Synchro. This Crystal Release is actually making our Pegasus too big. Torrential Tribute going to come through. Crystal Release should have missed timing there, I think, if they priority anyway. I don't know. Maybe they didn't priority. I'm not sure. They didn't say they passed priority, so I think it should be implied that they did priority. Either way, we could still use the rare value here, but I think we should possibly have 1 fewer Crystal Beasts in our Spell Trap zone than we currently have. At this point, it's kind of just accepted game state, so I guess we're going to have to play it out and see what happens. Are we just winning here? There's going to be a D-Prison. The Crystal Release will now go off, so we get another Crystal Beast to our Spell Trap zone. And we're going to swing for 12. And if they don't draw an answer to this Krebon straight away, they lose. So I guess it didn't matter that we low-key cheated there. But, yeah, I think the Prio, Dark End Dragon into Chainlink 2 Torrential should make Crystal Release miss timing. So we probably should only had 2 guys here. Either way, they somehow don't draw a card. They can answer a Krebon's attacking, so opponent's just gonna kind of go down there. All right, it's the final replay we got. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.